Not to kick off an episode with meta commentary, but it is truly amazing how commentating on a game while playing it, while relearning it, while learning a new expansion can just make you miss stuff. Check this out. Hello, Legion. This is Hadrian. Thank you for being here. You're not ready for this. Let's play some more Stellaris First Contact in our Clandestine Curiosity series. This is not, as you have noticed while I've been talking, the homeworld of the Modian Curators. It's the homeworld of the Dathakan Horde, which is also, by the way, an ocean paradise start. The Dathakan Horde, you might recall, has recently taken up residence in a system to the south of my start location. Just one system, just one. It was kind of annoying. Didn't see it coming. They popped through the wormhole, and not sure exactly which wormhole in their territory it is right now, but it's one of them. But I didn't notice something very, very significant about the Dathakan Horde. They're a devouring swarm. So, for those of you not in the know about devouring swarms do not need claims or war declarations. I can literally just roll up into this territory right now and be like, hey, I want this. I actually do think you need to declare war, but when you go into their territory and you take a system, you take a planet, there's no claim, it just becomes yours. It's one of the easiest conquering mechanics in the game, provided you have the ships that can take on that's the big if. Provided you have the ships that can take on the devouring swarm. So we are absolutely going to be redoubling our efforts in this episode and the next to not only continue to build up our technological advantage, but to establish our new colonies and to get our fleet expanded even more than it's already been expanded, because we have an extraordinary opportunity, especially after what happened, especially after what happened with, where are you? Here in Fairmath Rails? Tell you what, build that hyper relay first, please. Especially after what happened here, with all this territory being lost. And especially given that they are, in fact, also an ocean paradise start. Where did you go? Where did you go? You're up here somewhere, aren't you? Where is your... There you are. Ocean paradise. Identical start system in a lot of ways to ours. So, yeah. Priorities are now in order. I appreciate the commenter who pointed that out, because I had not noticed, and I got that while out of town visiting my parents. My mom's birthday was a few weeks ago, and I was relaxing and saw that comment. I was like, are you freaking kidding me? A weak but insistent signal transmits on repeat in the Jezerme system. The MCS surveyor has pinpointed its source to emanating from within the mouth of a destabilized subspace rift at the system's edge. What could be on the other side? Perhaps we shall find out. So the Jezerme wormhole is all the way down here. God knows where it goes.
A system has been charted.
We'll figure that out later. I do, however, now have a bunch of additional influence. And I'm mainly going to use it... Let's see here. To start building my hyper relay network. No, I just... All right, well... One of the construction ships that was traveling through here is no longer traveling through here. So why don't you go to the Chalks system? And hopefully that was where you were going. Alright, you're already building that one. We still have a number of construction ships that are on their way to these various locations. You're moving to the Shinnik system. Yeah. And of course we have the Teal Fleet on patrol. But we have tons of new colonies starting. Awareness increase. The Kroll civilization in the Fairmathriel system has increased to partially aware. They're still in the atomic age. I wonder if they'll destroy themselves. They should consider it. No, just kidding. They shouldn't consider it. That's terrible. I immediately regret advocating that, and I would never, ever wish for the death of a troublesome pre-FTL species when I'm playing as a pacifist empire that does not want any harm to come to the Pre-FTL so that we can continue to...
Spaceborne life forms ahead.
Barnaby, I was in the middle of a thought. Okay? I could do without your drama. Our archaeologists working on XC9000 have reached a highly unstable section of the ruins. Fortunately, Edith Seymour managed to devise an unorthodox and brilliant way of providing structural support with a complex array of directed energy fields. We can now safely access new areas of the ruins. That was close. We've encountered some kind of vast entity near Eye of Baal. It appears to exist only partially inside our own universe, with the bulk of this is the dimensional horror, with the bulk of the creatures still trapped in whatever nightmarish realm it spawned from. There is a malevolent intelligence at work here, ancient beyond our concept of time and utterly alien in its design. We can only guess as to its purpose. It can't be good. Agreed. Well, let's just get you. Oh, you're cloaked. You're cloaked. How clever is that? Well, please don't.
Intellectual booty.
Please don't piss off the enemy. Oh, that's so cool.
Space charts updated.
When's the last time you saw that? My cloaked research ship just snuck. I'm a little bit worried about this, though. Let's see how this goes. Building slots +1, colony development. Ooh, that's going to be handy. Hang on. All right, the Cybrix mining hub is one that I definitely need to do. But you know what else I need? I need more naval capacity if I'm going to build up a fleet that can go through that wormhole. All right, let's slow down to speed 1 and see if it actually makes it by the dimensional horror. Oh my god, it did! Oh my god, it did! The cloaking device just snuck right past the freaking dimensional horror. Holy crap. I was not prepared. Okay. Hold on. Let's see if there's any... Yeah, more crystal mines. Let's see. I had a feeling. We should have possibly a number of additional... Yeah. Let's take a look at what's needed the most. Ancient refinery, probably? Yeah, let's do it. I'm going to be building a lot of those, so just brace yourselves. That's going to be coming up a lot. I do have moat harvesting traps available on this planet, so let's absolutely do that. Research labs here, yep. Again, we're trying to build that technological advantage back up. I'm a little bit behind on building research labs, to be completely honest. Something that I want to be better about. Oh, more moat harvesting. All right. This is mainly going to be good for special resources. So what I should do is just select those buildings automatically. Resource. Yeah, here we go. So in this case, probably alloy foundries would be a good idea. And then what else? Let's keep doing it this way. Probably. Oh yeah, see, gas extraction wells. Glad I'm double checking that. That is another aspect of the interface that it is incredibly beneficial to sort of build up that ability, like to be able to just click on the different tabs of the construct building so that you're not constantly scrolling through the whole list. I kind of have the habit of doing that just because it's a smaller interface element that is not, like, its utility is not obvious when you're concentrating on a bunch of other things at once. So to newer players, just know that actually memorizing kind of what buildings generally fit into these categories and going through these as a way to quickly find what you're looking to build is, yeah, I can't recommend it highly enough. Yeah, so what I'm doing right now is going to considerably add to my research totals. Like, a lot. So, one thing I will do though, because a lot of what I just did is going to chew up consumer goods. Let's go ahead and get some additional consumer goods building. I can't believe that science ship just snuck by the freaking dimensional horror. That is amazing. That's like, it's really freaking cool that that happened. I'm a fan of that. I didn't know that was going to happen. All right, hang on. All right, hyper relay's been built there. It's been built there. Hyper relay can be built there. And we're just waiting on additional alloys. Yes, consumer goods already in shortage. Consumer goods have been problematic for a while, so we just don't want to make that any worse. We have plenty of influence now, which it's normal once you actually, you know, if you've taken all the territory you possibly can, then you can start using the influence to build up your hyperlane network, or rather your hyper relay network. Hyperlane network is already there. Edith Seymour has leveled up. Varus Bay has another new slot, believe it or not. All right. Well, there's one very obvious choice for that. So let's go ahead and... Which category is it in? Here we go. So it's under manufacturing. Civilian industries. Let's make sure that we're continuing to bolster our production of those. So right now I'm producing 1K extra, and it's roughly 350 to 400 research per category. Let's go back up to speed 2 and see how much that changes as these new research buildings are constructed. And we have some additional upgrades I can probably do as well.
Ever stronger.
Yeah. Let's go ahead and upgrade those two. Yeah, I do want to be careful upgrading too many things at once, because it can dramatically swing production one way or the other. But a lot of these things are going to be useful.
A system has been charted.
Precinct houses are probably not even necessary on Port Genevieve, rather. But we will let them lie for now. Alright, how we doing? Yep, already climbing. Florence Higginbottom has developed new skills. Neville's Bay. You look like you're going to be ready for more housing soon. How about we... Yeah, let's do another industrial district. Rather obvious choice. Robot debris. Upon closer examination, the smashed droids found on the surface of XC9000 appear to originate from two distinct cultures. Technologically, the droids must have been evenly matched when they were still functional, but there are many subtle differences that hint at different design origins. Curious. So, warring robot races? Wiping each other off the map? Possibly? That's the vibe that I'm getting. Alright, so the Abayshoth system, I can build a listening post there, and I absolutely will. Ooh, an ice mining station. Mining station output plus 15%. Unlocks the expand planetary sea decision on ocean worlds. I'm sorry, what? What? That's a really cool ability that I would like to know more about, please and thank you.
Space charts updated.
All right, build that hyper relay in Bermuda.
Grow ever stronger.
Pan-galactic recycling initiatives has been passed.
Research complete.
Naval capacity plus 30. Good. We needed that. Society research plus 20%. Probably need to go ahead and just do this. Some of these others are important, but... And the starbase capacity is important too, but being able to continue to research as quickly as possible. Haha. Thank you, Barnaby. Alright, it's a deal. Well met. Alright, so we have the advanced research complexes here. But we also have the 0-point reactor. You know what? Yeah, let's go ahead and go for the advanced research complexes and continue to focus on building that technological advantage, if at all possible. We're already at a point where our empire size is so huge, and the penalties that we're receiving as a result of being so far above the soft cap of 100, it's, you know, it's problematic, to put it mildly. I shouldn't have sold that much food, but it's okay. All right, we have a couple of terraforming projects that, if you recall from the end of the last episode, are very close to being done. Okay, so it looks like we found a mercenary, or rather a marauder, enclave. We're just exploring it, cloaked. Oh yeah, this is the one close to us. Alright, so we have a bit of a food shortage now, oddly enough. Show us your wares. Actually, yes. That would be perfect right now. Thank you. That hasn't happened very often, has it? An actual good deal. In breach of military... Oh, because we don't have enough ships. Alright, so we need to do that. Agnes Fitzwilliam gains the substance abuser trait, granting the following effects. Later lifespan minus 20 years. Well, that's a shame. Okay, so we're in breach of galactic law, and that's going to be a problem. So, something that I should do to offset that... I mean, honestly, I'm okay with the current configuration of fleets. So we have 8 and 8 for the corvettes, 10 for the frigates, 4 for each of the destroyers, and then roughly, you know what, I can go ahead and add a 3rd cruiser. How about that? I can do even better than that, actually, now that I'm looking at it. There we go. Okay, so now we've got 10 each, 12 frigates, 6 of each destroyer, and then 4 of each cruiser. Okay. I left out a destroyer. Orion, Revenge, and Dragon. Perfect. Okay, so... I'll go ahead and give the order for the new ships to be built first. And then we'll continue to add to the original fleet. Again, terraforming projects right around the corner from being done. Resource shortages not looking great. I can do hydroponics bays on some of these stations, though. Like, for example, a hydroponics bay on the Delicon station makes a lot of sense. Like, a lot of sense. Doesn't make as much sense here. What does make sense is a listening post. And a nice mining station. Sounds like I'm saying a nice mining station, but you know what I mean. You know what I mean. Alright, Secunda Haedum. Yeah, I don't have any alloys to build with right now. We're really pushing our economy to the limit.
Space charts updated.
For real, though, I am low-key hoping that the Pre-FTLs on Fear Mathrials destroy themselves. I don't wish that upon them, but I kind of wish it upon them, you know? Like, I don't want them to die, but if they were to accidentally die, I'd be like, oh, that's too bad. Hey guys, free ring world that we can repair and claim for ourselves.
We grow ever stronger.
That'd be pretty much how it went. Alright, the Thorquil Pact has closed their borders. Let's return the favor. Alright, we have 2 additional envoy slots, so hold on. Alright, we already have a spy network on the Dathakan Horde. Ooh, and they're expanding. Looks like they're pushing back against the Thorquil Pact. Oh yeah, that's not good. That's not good. The Lotrepians are going to have work cut out for them. Let's see what I can do here. Alright, so I guess at this point, since I seem to have some envoys... I mean, am I spying on the Jubarans at the moment? Yes, I am. It's so nice to finally have envoys and not have to worry about deploying them to a first contact every 2 minutes. So, let's... Oh, no, not here. I wanted to go here. And we want to assign 2 more envoys. So now we have 3, which doesn't give us a ton of galactic weight, but we will hopefully soon no longer be in violation of galactic law. All right, advanced research complexes. Nice. Okay, now we're starting to get some really good technologies that align with our goals. So, research station output plus 10% additional. Yeah, let's do that. Also, how are we doing on this now? Oh, yeah. Physics research especially took a big jump. And we're not even done yet. Like, there are still additional upgrades that I can do, you know? Yeah, like 2. I can go ahead and queue these up right now and not feel bad about it.
A system has been charted.
Actually, let me make sure that that's not too big of a jump. Yeah, it's just a doubling. It's not a tripling. That's really what I wanted to make sure of, and it seems like it's okay. So, all right, upgrade there. And good, we are no longer in breach of galactic law. And that's going to continue to be the case as I reinforce this fleet more and more. Let's also go ahead and hire Catherine Barrington, who has the same perks as Admiral Elizabeth Walpole. I'm enjoying the Modians. Barnaby's a little dramatic. He's entertaining, but dramatic. But I'm enjoying the Modians a lot so far. A battered fleet of small civilian vessels carrying Lycians fleeing from the Dothakan horde have arrived in our space. After we supplied them with food and provided medical attention to their wounded, the refugees were allowed to settle on Neville's Bay. These ragged and frightened refugees are survivors of onslaught carried out by the merciless Dothakan mind. They only made it out thanks to a daring theft of several decommissioned spacefaring vessels stored in an old naval yard on their planet. Okay, so speaking of that... yeah, their fleet power is still overwhelming compared to ours, which is a problem. Let's just acknowledge that for what it is. It's a problem. But we are slowly growing our naval capacity and our ability to hit back. And we might just do that. Guardian Angels act. Diplomatic weight from fleet power minus 20%. Defense army morale plus 15. Army upkeep plus 5. Okay, I guess. How are the Jubarans on the council? Can I just ask that question? Didn't we kick their butt in that one war? Here we go. Terraforming on Hylos 3 has finished faster than initially estimated, which has left our terraforming specialists with time to experiment, and the results are impressive. The planet's natural traits have been enhanced to be both aesthetically pleasing and utilitarian. Alright, so I'd rather have the happiness bonus. Does it have to look so artificial? And now that means I have 3 additional colonies to knock out. So first of all, let me go ahead and buy... there we go. That should be enough. So, colony ship. This will be... we already have a planet called Iroquois. We have a sector. Port Gloria. There we go. Oh, wow. Eisenbury. I'll take it. Very Tolkien-esque. I'm a fan. And I don't like getting rid of these excess resources, but it just... I need the alloys more. We're in that weird economic crunch period where we're growing really rapidly, and it should... Port Tamberworth? Yeah, we'll go with that. It should balance out as we continue to grow, but right now, that is a massive consumer goods shortage, just due to some of the upgrades that I've done. So we're going to need to find ways to improve consumer goods production. One way we can do it is we can have a civilian economy, which would diminish our alloy production. I'm going to try to avoid that. This is all a result of the upgrades that I've done, because a lot of the research upgrades, and maybe even some of the others as well, all convert consumer goods into research points. Yeah, good times.
Space charts updated.
So hang on. Let me make sure that I can head this off to a reliable degree. We'll just have to keep an eye on it so that it doesn't actually bottom out. A lot of the upgrades that are ongoing are still going to add to this issue. But
Intellectual booty.
I'll get a lot more research at the same time. So I'll try my best to balance it. Survey speed plus 33%. Now that I'm actually studying things again, sure.
We grow ever stronger.
Okay. Ooh, is it time for a new tradition? Yes, it is. You know what that means? You know what that means? All right, we don't yet have the Mind Over Matter Ascension perk. Oh, man. I thought in my head it was the other way around, but we'll go for that Ascension perk next. So what that means is instead is that there's another option. I could select expansion, and I've already expanded, but this would considerably reduce my empire size from systems and planets and improve pop growth speed. Or I could adopt Harmony. And empire size from pops would go down, and Edict's Fund would go up. Unyielding is also very tempting, and I believe that's one that I was looking at previously. Politics is also very tempting. Envoys assigned to the galactic community now produce 0.1 additional influence. Really? You know what? Let's be different. This is not necessarily, the decision I'm making here is not necessarily one that's geared towards winning per se. It's not one that's geared toward strategy at all. This is just something that I haven't done before, and I'm purely curious. I have thought about using the galactic tradition tree before, but I don't think I've done it in any game. So let's go ahead and adopt this, because this will give us more sway, even than we already have with the galaxy. So let me first of all go ahead and use this additional envoy to further boost our influence. Whether or not we'll be able to really use that to our advantage, we'll just have to see. But all right, let's see. Could we do a hydroponics bay there? Yeah, we probably could. Yeah, so we do have rather severe shortages, and I don't really have the upgrades in place in order to upgrade the consumer goods factories. That's part of the reason that we're seeing what we're seeing. I'll have to keep a very close eye on that in the next few moments, because economically we're really starting to suffer in a couple of key areas. It's because we have so many new colonies growing at once. This has taken different forms throughout Stellaris' dev cycle, but it's something that's always kind of been a thing, especially if you start colonizing multiple planets at once like I'm doing right now. One of the scientists working on the observation post orbiting Manward 3 has been reported missing. Are you freaking kidding me? Again? Again. I thought we already had this happen once. The fact that it's happening a second time seems a little bit nuts. Thorquell, refugees arrived. They are welcome here. Okie doke. So we have additional refugees. Not sure that that's the best timing, all things considered. Another thing that's reducing our... Hang on, let's... No shipyard available to build fleet. Oh, because it's traveling.
They wish to speak with us.
One of the things that's causing our energy deficit is that we have ships flying around that aren't really docked anywhere. Research agreement with the Sibulan Hive. You know what? Sure. Let's do it. I mean, we were allied with them earlier on, and now if we have this common enemy coming through the wormhole, it makes sense that we should prepare for the worst by reestablishing old bonds. Ha! Civilian industries, yes please. Good God.
Intellectual booty.
Alright, survey speed, good. I think I'm going to go ahead and unlock the energy nexus because that could help us partially with
Grow ever stronger.
some of the issues that we're facing. Oh, damn it! I missed it by 1 month. Okay, so now we have an actual consumer goods shortage event. I was trying not to let that happen. One thing I could do is I could artificially using monthly trade. I could do this. I could just buy a certain number of these every month. But look at how much it costs to buy just 50. I think it would be exorbitant, to say the very least. So what I'm going to do instead, for the time being, is just, yeah, economically we are not in good shape at the moment. Alright, I'm going to buy... Yeah, there we go. Hopefully that critical resource shortage will not be too punishing.
Spaceborne life form. Intellectual booty.
Okay, a couple of things, and then I'll end the episode here. Robot debris. XC9000 does not seem to have simply been a dumping ground for broken droids. It may have served as the actual battlefield where they were destroyed. The many layers of debris suggest a series of very intense battles waged intermittently across the better part of 2 centuries. So, yeah, 2 dueling robot species annihilating each other. That's what I said. Exactly why 2 interstellar powers would commit such vast resources towards waging a massive ground war on a small and unremarkable asteroid remains an unanswered question. Curious. Okay. Society research from researchers plus 20%. Nice. Capital buildings resources from jobs plus 10%. Upkeep from jobs plus 10%. But, of course, one of those increases is good. One of those increases is bad. All right, I'm going to select food processing here because we do have a food shortage. That's only going to take 5 months. And that will resolve one of our shortages. But we have a number of other shortages, namely energy and consumer goods. Consumer goods is still bad, so much so that it's an actual situation. Also, it looks like one of our governors could use some hiring, you know. One of our sectors could use a governor, let's put it that way. Any others? One thing I'll do before I end the episode is take a look at the specialization of each of my planets. And make sure that everything is kind of on the up and up. So right now, this is on Ascension Tier 1, very nice. I don't want to do planet automation. And of course, Modia doesn't have a designation. So this is an agro world, which is fine. This is... You know what? I would like this to be a factory world. Specifically for consumer goods. Because it's kind of leaning that way already. Port Eleanor is absolute... Yeah, this is not an agro world. Sorry. This is a tech world. Because there's already so many researchers there, and it will reduce the upkeep pretty dramatically. All right. We'll let auto-designation run that one for now. Port Genevieve. All right. And these are mostly new colonies. So I'm going to continue to micro that as the series goes forward because there's a lot that can be gained from paying attention to the auto-designation. But for now, I'll stop this episode here. In the next one, I am going to be taking a pretty close look at not only continuing to expand the 2 fleets that we have, because I have 1 fleet right now that's running around and 1 fleet that's still waiting to have additional ships built, but just I need to make sure we can resolve these shortages. And I think within an episode or 2 we should be able to do that, but what we really need in order for that to happen is a technology to come through that will dramatically boost our consumer goods output. That's one of the interesting aspects of Stellaris. We've seen it a little bit this series with cloaking. There are now so many technologies that are available in the deck of cards, so to speak, that can be dealt to you, that it can take certain necessary upgrades a while to show up because there are so many other things that get picked first. It's a cool system. Like, I like it. I'm not complaining about it, but it is something that has changed as Stellaris has added more and more technologies, because now you can really have things that you need economically, for example, that, or in our case, cloaking, we needed for a long time, that just aren't showing up as options. Or in the case of certain other things I was looking for, you could have terraforming show up multiple times and I just not notice 3 or 4 times until it actually shows up. Although I think that at least 1 or 2 of the times that I chose something else over it previously, I was actively doing so without necessarily saying why I wasn't choosing terraforming, but still had some jokes about that in the comment section as well. So thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this one, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to follow along. If it's not your first time or even your second, look for the join button to access unique emotes, badges, and other perks. New episodes are coming out every day at 4 p.m. US Eastern Time, and comments are always welcome. Let me know what you think, and I will see you next time.